Hi, welcome to the new Frederick High School and the old Frederick High School. My name is Allen Etzler. I'm the educating reporter for the Frederick News Post. I'm here with Frederick High School Principal Kathy Campagnoli. Kathy, we're here at what is the footsteps of a project that's been 5 years in the works. Isn't completely finished, but it'll be opening in less than a week now.
We're very excited to welcome our students to the new Frederick High School.
And can you sort of just tell me before we go inside the meaning of this entrance? It looks like, it seems like it was something very important for your students to have the carryover of the heritage of the old Frederick High School to the new.
Our former students, our alum, were very much interested in retaining the look of the original 1939 building with the arched entrance and the steps. So this is a modernized version of that, and they seem to be very pleased with it.
And I was told from up there you can see the original spires, correct?
We have a heritage room on the second floor, and on the third floor conference room above it, it's a beautiful, beautiful lookout over the clustered spires.
All right. Well, shall we?
Absolutely.
All right. And here we are in the new school's main lobby, which I understand has been just named Cadet Crossing.
Yes, we have our main stairwell, one of 8 stairwells in the new school, and we've named each of them, and this one is Cadet Crossing. And the first thing that you notice when you come into the new building is our school motto, which is on the floor tiling: enter to learn, go forth to serve.
And I understand the wide stairwells is an addition that wasn't previously at the old school.
No, they were very narrow stairwells, and we would have traffic jams of students waiting to go up and down the stairs. So they're very pleased to see that there's enough room for them to go up and down at the same time.
And I imagine students have been coming in, you know, over for the last week, getting ready for their first day. What's been the reaction as they walk in?
Well, during the orientations we've been having each night, they're just in awe of the light, of the space. They see the flexibility of the areas. They're just delighted, and they're excited, and we're excited to welcome them.
Awesome. I see the courtyard out there, so why don't we head out there?
Absolutely.
All right. All right, so here we are in the new courtyard, and you were telling me that they have the 2 cornerstones here, one from the old school and one from the new, kind of blending the traditions together again.
Yes, the 1939 cornerstone is here, and the new 2017. And buried in this area is our time capsule that our Student History Society, Rho Kappa, they collected different items, and we did a little ceremony in June, and we filmed that so that we can share that during our ribbon cutting ceremony. But we do have a time capsule here. We'll be adding picnic tables out here for students for either instructional area or for them to use during lunchtime, because they enjoy being outside at lunch.
And the enclosure, I imagine, it makes it more safer, you were saying, for the students to be able to eat outside.
Absolutely. They can easily be supervised here. There's no interruptions out here, so we like that it's enclosed.
What did they put in the time capsule?
They put everything from a Time magazine, capturing what's going on here in our world today, to memorabilia from the school. So they have, for instance, they had a shirt from our girls basketball team who won the state title this past year. All kinds of school memorabilia, but certainly they wanted to represent what was going on in the United States and the world.
And so what's next, I guess, it looks like we are headed into the cafeteria and the common space, which you call the heart of the school.
We call it the heart of the school.
All right. Here we are in the common room, or the cafeteria, or both, depending on how you look at it. This is what you call the heart of the school, correct?
We call this the heart of the school. It's the center of the school. It connects one side, which has all the extracurriculars, our auditorium, our gyms, music area. It's all on one side, versus the other side of the building, which is L-shaped, is the 3 floors of the academics of the school. So this is the heart, or the commons area, and it's connected to our brand new beautiful cafeteria with lots of natural light, some skylights. Our students are ecstatic about seeing light in this school, because we didn't have that in the old school.
And you've got these fancy garage doors, type doors.
They're wonderful. So they open up so that we can have the use of both the commons area and the cafeteria, or they can close so that we could have meetings or instruction going on out here while an event would be going on in the cafeteria. So the Commons area, it's already been used for meetings. It's a great place for students to just lounge, and need a place in the morning or after school to have a place to sit and do some work. But we really envision it to be instructional use sometimes. It could be used for installations to our honor societies. We've had sports teams use it as meetings. We've already had Booster and PTA also have some informal meetings here. It's a great gathering place for our students and for our community.
And it's very modernized seating, and it's for the 21st century student. I would say you've got these cool panels in the floor for students that want to plug in.
Throughout the school, there's lots of places to plug in the cafeteria, for instance, along the counter side. Students can, if they need to, juice up their devices, whether it's their Chromebook or their phone, they can do it there. They can open from the floor the outlets for them to, again, energize their devices. And along the hallways where the lockers are, they also have an opportunity there if they need some extra electricity in their device.
Very cool. And I see the auditorium over there in the right-hand corner. That's the next big thing for us to visit, so
okay.
let's head over there.
Let's go.
And here we are in the brand new, much larger auditorium than you guys had in the old school. Can you sort of tell us a little bit about especially the size and the capacity for this?
Sure. Our new auditorium seats 850 persons, so it's much larger than we had in the old school, of course. And we did not have an orchestra pit. This is a Mozart pit.
Okay.
So our orchestra can be there. Stage is much larger, but most importantly, it's state-of-the-art in technology. So the catwalk and all of the electronics associated with the lighting and the audio, it's just incredible. It's the best of the best.
And what I notice as a theater goer myself is the lights as they line the aisles. When it gets dark, those are going to be super helpful. Are those
very helpful. Again, the lighting in here is exquisite. We're just so excited to host lots of different things. We've already been hosting our orientations in here this week, but of course there'll be lots of community users who will be interested in renting the facility.
Right. I was going to say, is this open the doors for some outside partnerships as far as performance this year?
Absolutely. All of our Frederick County schools open the doors. There's some user fees attached, but it's a wonderful opportunity for being in the city of Frederick to have all kinds of activities here.
And the stage being the size it is obviously makes it much safer than a small stage would be for the students to be on.
We're very proud.
Awesome. So the next place, I guess we're going to go out here and head to the gymnasium.
We can head to the gym.
All right.
Okay.
Great. And here we're entering the brand new gymnasium, state of the art. If I recall correctly, it is going to be the only air-conditioned gym in Frederick County?
It's the only air-conditioned gym in the high schools in Frederick County. This gym, we also have an auxiliary gym. And so our students are excited, our student athletes, as well as our students who are just taking a regular gym class,
Right.
to know that they'll be a little bit more comforted while they're doing their exercise.
Yeah, these gyms can get hot. And you mentioned down there at the end, there's the bleacher section. That's going to be used for students, correct?
For our fan section, which is something unique to Frederick County High School gyms. We also have some lighting in the ceiling, which is tinted. We don't want to blind anyone when they're going up for a shot with the basketball. But yes, we're very excited about our new gym, and we hope that there will be many, many more championships begun from this journey in this gym to state titles.
I can't help but realize how much brighter it is in here than the old gym.
I think the skylights have something to do with that.
I think so too.
And just the colors choices in general.
And so we're pretty much through here. I guess what do you want to go to next? Is that the media center or a classroom?
Let's go upstairs to the media center, and then we'll head off to a classroom after that.
All right, sounds great.
Okay.
And here we are in the new media center, and the first thing that pops out to me is these big windows with the great little seating areas there. What do you think that's going to add for students who come and use this space?
Well, as an old English teacher, I love the idea of taking a book, whether it's a hard textbook as we still have here or something online, and sitting where you have natural light in a comfortable place to be able to read. So the idea is that students will feel that it's inviting for them to become more avid readers. So the lighting is just conducive along the side here, along the top, all natural light. And then at the end of each, the spaces in the media center are active smart boards, which teachers have in all their classrooms, touch screen. So you can do an instructional piece with small groups or larger groups. We had our staff in here yesterday learning how to use the new boards. So that's a key component of the media center. This will also be used for our after-school tutoring program. Over here we have an enclosed reading room, and we have a hardwired lab. So there are lots of pieces of the media center that combine sort of the old-fashioned approach of having a quiet place to read, as well as using your technology to do online research or to collaborate and work in groups, or to be an instructional area or a meeting place for folks.
That was the first thing that came to mind for me, was that this makes a great after-school study space over there, and I think the kids will probably get a lot of use out of that.
They'll get a lot of use, and this year we're offering not only after-school tutoring, but for the first time supper free for all of our students. So after that first segment of after-school tutoring, we usually put students on buses and send them home. But if they stay for supper, they can come back up for tutoring that lasts until 5:45 in the evening. So if you don't have internet access at home, we're opening the doors for you, and we're here, and we're going to have teachers and instructional assistants to help you be successful.
So this is where a lot of learning is going to take place.
A lot of
Let's hit a spot where even more learning might be taking place, and that's one of the classrooms.
It is our new home of learning.
Awesome. All right, and here we're entering Mrs. Patak's classroom, which is a math classroom on the second floor. The first thing I think that stands out is these fancy desks.
Yes, we piloted a number of different desk styles and types, and we ended up choosing two. This we refer to as the chip desk, and we have a wave desk, and lots of different configurations that aren't desk in rows in an old traditional style, but more collaborative. The flexible spacing is key here, where you can move things around conducive to what the lesson is. So this is a good example of being able to put the desk together in a different way, and she'll change it every day.
Right. And the big thing I think that stands out also is the smart board you said is in every classroom.
Every classroom has an active board. It's a Promethean board. It is the latest model. It's touch screen, so much like your phone, you just touch and move. All the apps they can download into it. Our students have, of course, Google email addresses and Google accounts, as our teachers do. So everything is there. You don't even need it connected to your computer.
And if I understand correctly with the desks there's a second model that hopefully we might be able to stop and see. What's that
We'll
model?
go look at the wave desk.
All right.
Okay.
Great. All right, and here we're entering an English classroom. This particular classroom has the wave desks, which look very different than the chip desks.
Yes, Ms. Tanjay's English class, she has them configured in collaborative groups for her English students, but instead of a standard row, she has them in a way that they can work together, but at the same time individually. So every teacher can adapt the room to their style of lesson and their style of teaching.
And what do you think these collaborative seating arrangements will do for students as they kind of get acclimated to the first week of school in particular?
I think it will hopefully promote more creativity and some of the new instructional strategies, and support the new instructional strategies with blended learning that we're doing at Frederick High School. And I think hopefully it will promote more student success.
All right. And it looks like we have the view of the old school going down outside. I imagine when that school is down, it's going to be a much nicer view for the students, and the old school didn't have that kind of natural light coming in.
No, that will be the new parking lot, but coming from the park, so it'll be quite beautiful, and above, and even from here, you'll be able to see the clustered spires of Frederick.
All right. Well, I think that's all for this classroom. I think that might be all for the tour, right?
Okay, yeah, there's lots of classrooms and lots of space, and you're always welcome to come back.
All right, great. Well, thank you so much.
My
That was
pleasure.
great with the tour. Thank you.
My pleasure. Okay.